Good afternoon, and welcome to the annual auction of the Little Yellow Dog, also known as the Ancient and Effervescent Order of the Little Yellow Dog. My name is Chris McGowan. I'll serve as your MC, and momentarily I will introduce world champion auctioneer Mr. Bruce Brock of Lamar's, Iowa, to get all the action started. Before we get there, a couple of quick shout-outs. I want to thank the board of directors of the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club for all of their work in preparing. And right out of the gate, I would be remiss if we did not recognize the fantastic music from the All-American Concert Band under the direction of Christopher Brandt. Join me in thanking them. Christopher, always a pleasure to have you with us. A couple of surprises from Christopher and the All-American Concert Band a little bit later. But lest we forget, on February 23rd at 3 p.m. at Epley Auditorium, their show Voices of America, and tickets are available. We do not want to miss that. And one more thank you before we hand the microphone to Mr. Brock. A sincere thanks to Lance Morgan and Ho Chunk. The Ho Chunk Center has been our home for a lot of years now. Lance celebrated the 30th anniversary of Ho Chunk Incorporated this past week, and so we wish them the very best. Join me in thanking Ho Chunk for making their atrium available. And with that, folks, he serves on the board of directors of the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club. He's been the auctioneer for this event for generations, at least decades. Join me in welcoming the man of the hour. He will take us through all of this auction and all of the action up until 1 o'clock. World champion auctioneer, Mr. Bruce Brock.
Thank you, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure and a wonderful honor to help 8,000 to 10,000 kids at Christmas time. You know, I thought about it tonight, or today, when I was coming up here. You know, God always throws us a few challenges to see what we're made of. And I didn't know how many people would show up and how many people would bid and all of those things. And I see that the upper crowds aren't quite as big as they were. This crowd isn't quite as big. But you know what I think? I'm resolute in the belief that regardless of the size of the crowd, it's the size of the heart in the crowd that's here. And I think that's what's going to make the difference in the lives of 8,000 to 10,000 less privileged kids, or underprivileged, that aren't going to have Christmas without your support. So we may all have to just pony up a little more, but it'll all be worth it. And thank you for coming out, and God bless you all. And we're going to get the auction underway. I'm going to start by introducing some of the board members that are going to take bids. I saw Pat Keel. There's Pat right in the middle. And over here is Austin Popkin, Brian Rubis. Where did Mark Condon go? He's over here wrestling.
And Mark, Mark wasn't supposed to be with us today.
Yeah, Mark
he was a bit of a surprise. Mark, welcome back to the Midwest in the month of December. And as tradition dictates, our purchaser from 1 year ago has the opportunity and the privilege to make the initial or opening bid with Mr. Brock. And so join me in thanking last year's purchaser of Nixon of Bernadoodle, Mr. Where's Rick Ranko and his wife Lynette Meyer.
Thank you so much, Rick, for your support. And now if you'd like to open it at $50,000, we just go from there. 500 is awesome. Big Bear, you better come up here too, buddy. You got to go to work. You can't just sit around all day. All right, here is the littlest. You stand right over there, bud. There is the littlest auctioneer and ringman. He's not really an auctioneer yet, but he wants to be. But Bear's been here since he was about up to my knee and helping take collections, so he's here too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the auction is underway. Rick, thank you for the $500 opening bid. $500 here, now $1,000. Now $1,000 here, now $1,000. now $1,000 on now $1,500. Then now $1,550, now $1,500. Now $500, $500, $1,500 in the $1,500. Get $1,500 here, now $1,000 in now $1,500, $1,500, now $1,500. And now $1,500, and now two. Here now two, now $2,500. $2,500 here, now three. Now $500, now $300 here, $3,000. And now $3,000 down here, now $3,000, now $2,500 there, $3,000. And now $3,500. And now $500, now $3,750. And now it's $4,000. You moving forward. Now they're up for 44 here, now $4,000. And now $750, moving forward. Up forward. You know, $54,000. And now 42 and a half. 42.50, now 4,500. And now 4,500. And now Bears and Newly, 45. Now 750. And now Pat Newly, 47.50. You're up there. And now $4,750, 37. Now $1,750. And now $5,000. And now five. Now down to the 4,750. 5,000. And now 52 and a half. You know what let's do? Let's go. I'm getting old enough that I can't remember always where we stop. I'll remember we're going to stop and take a little break. Let's let the All-American Band give us another treat for a couple of songs, and we'll come back the whole bit at $5,000. Thank you.
Thank you to the All-American Concert Band. Outstanding job. Appreciate you bringing all of your musicians. We thank each and every one of you. Look forward to lunch with you a little later today. And we appreciate you getting us in the holiday spirit. For a great job. A couple more thank yous. I want to thank our friends at Apollo Broadcasting, KSCJ Radio, 1360 AM, 94.9 FM. Bringing all the action to our community live on KSCJ today. Denny Bullock with us in the house. Mr. Bullock, thank you so much. And for those who weren't able to get here because of the weather, thank goodness KSCJ is still our partner. Thanks, Denny. With that, we're going to invite Mr. Brock to work his way back up to the stage. And in the meantime, we also want to recognize our friends at KES, Randy Chapman and his team, for providing the sound, the microphones, and the speakers today. Randy, thank you so much for all you do in our community.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before the break, we had $5,000, and we're going to go up from there. And what a nice job from the All-American band. Thank you again. All right, here you go, $5,000. Here you go, about 5,500. Right now, 52 and a half. 59 about $5,250. 5,000. Now 52 and a half. Yeah, 59 and a half about 5,000. 5,100. And now 102. Pat. Yeah, Pat. You put one pretty girl next to him and you just look at him all his job. Pat, 5,200. 51 now 2. Now 3. Now 300, 300, now $300 and 52 now 3. Now give him $300 now 334, now to 54, now 53, 4. Pat, you're out again, 54, now 5. Now 500, now to 5, with $5,400, $500 on it. And up to 500, 5,500, and now 5,500, now 5,600, and now 700. Those are now 700. Now 700, 5,700, 5,800. Now 800, 900, 5,859, and now 5,900, and now $6,000. No, both out. $6,000 here, 6,000 kilo, 6,061. Now one, number one, now 62, 3. And now $200, $300, and now 400, 304, and now 405, $500, 64, 5, 600, and 65, $600, 600, 66, and now 7, and now $700, 790, now 9, 6,800, 6,900, 969, now $7,000, and now 7, now 71, and now 2, that's $2,100, $1,200, $2,200, now 2, and now 2, now 2, $7,100, 200, and now 71, 2, 3, and now $200, $300, 372 now 3, and now $400, 400, 470, $300, $400, 400, and now 4, 5, and now 74 and $500, now 600, and 75, $600, 600, and now 5, 6, and now 7, now 8, now 9, 1,779, now $8,000, and now 81, and 81, $8,000 right here, 8,100. The front row thing, we're out in the back, Pat. 8,000 up front, 81. And now 1, 2, 2, now 100, 2,000, 102. And now $200 at 81, 2, 3. At $8,300, 8,304. Now 5, 84, 85. Now 600. Now 85. Pat, tell her to wait just a minute. We're going to have another round of beautiful music by the band. You got $8,500, and we'll hold the bid right there. Thank you very much. 8,500 so far. Thank you very much.
Great job from our All-American Concert Band. Folks, it happens every year at this time. We have a couple of checks that are starting to float in. I want to recognize the generosity of some of the donors, and a big one to begin with. Get your hands out of your pockets, because we're gonna recognize Sue, Mike, and Greg Wells, who on behalf of their father, Fred, and the Fred Wells family, have made a donation of $10,000. Thank you to Sue, Mike, and Greg Wells for that very generous donation to help us get the ball rolling for the 2024 edition of the Little Yellow Dog Auction. A couple other people we want to thank. Carrie Johnson. Carrie, where are you? There's Carrie in the back, and she has Ruby Sue with her right now. She's visiting with Dr. Gerald McGowan, who celebrated his 88th birthday a few days ago, and going back to 1936, when Dr. McGowan was born, the same time that the Little Yellow Dog Auction was launched. They're both 88 years old. Happy birthday, Dad. But back to our friend Carrie. Carrie's got Ruby Sue, the Irish Setter Poodle mix called an Irish Doodle. Ruby Sue has been cared for by Carrie, who is our kennel master. She's also the president of the board of directors of the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club. She served as our kennel master for a number of years, taking the baton from Kennel Master Emeritus, Dr. Ken Roach, who celebrated his 90th birthday in August. So the Carrie and Family Pet Hospital, thank you so much. But of course, Ruby Sue would not be with us if she were not donated by Don and Carrie Lemley. Where Don? There they are, Don and Carrie Lemley, our donors. Don and Carrie are responsible for purchasing or making the donation available to purchase Ruby Sue. We did so from Little Paws of Iowa, and we want to thank them for their support and cooperation as well. And before we go any further, this year, for the first time, we have a gift from our friends at Consumer Supply, pet food manufacturers right here in Sioux City. Dan Petit and his father Dave have not only donated a package of puppy care products, but they've also donated puppy food for 1 year. So to the Petits and Consumer Supply, thank you so much. I have two more quick checks I'd like to recognize, and then it's back to our friends with the Brock Auction Company. Mr. Dan Holzricker, where's Dan? Dan's up there at the top. Dan donated $2,000. Dan, thank you so much. Grab your Sioux City Journal today. Dan is profiled as the new chair of the board of directors of the Siouxland Chamber of Commerce. And perhaps a little more importantly today, and Christopher, here's your tip, Dan is a graduate of the United States Naval Academy, and I guess there's a big football game of some kind today. It's the annual Army-Navy game, and Dan, we know who you're pulling for. And with that, that's your tip, Christopher. When we come back from the next round, you know what to do. Back to Bruce Brock.
All right, thank you guys and gals again, and can't wait for the surprise. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, at $8,500 for the auction. $8,600. $500, $600. And up to $600, $600, $600, $500, $8,600, $8,600, $600. know, 600, 600, about maybe $500. Ma'am, in an auction like that, you don't want to just start rubbing your hair. I'm not sure what you're doing. You didn't want to get 8,600. No. They got pretty hair. 85, $8,600. You know, seven. That's seven. Now, $600 here, 700. And then, you know, $600 here, $700, $700. Now, $7, now, 7. And now, now, you need 700, 8,800. Now, 800, now, 89. Get 8,809, now, 8,900, $9,000. Get 991. You know, 100, 9,000's over here, $9,100. You know, 9,492. You know, 91's over here, $200 there, 9,200. And $200, $300, $9,200 there, $3, and 93,400, now, $400, $400. You know what? If you want to bring Ruby over here a little bit, get her out of the shadows, I can use a kiss. 93,304. Honey, sit down. Terry's such a good wife, she jumped up. She was going to give me a kiss too. Ruby. Look at both eyes closed. She's a sweetheart. 93, 94. $93 and 4. $4, not 5. 94, 95, $500, 94, 95, and $9,500. $9,500, 94, 5, now 600. Thank you, now 600, 7, now $9,700, 607, 97, now 9,800, now 800, now 800, $800 there, $9,700, and $9,800, $97, $9,800, $9,800, $99, $9,899, $9,900, $9,000, $9,900 in the kitchen, $10,000 in the $10,000 in the 10, now $10,000 in the 10. Let's take another break and get the All-American Band involved, and let's find out what the surprise is, and we'll hold the bid at $10,000.
right, the little patriotic Christmas music mixed in. Christopher Brett and the All-American Concert Band, thank you so much. On the good news side, a few more significant donations. From Mark Condon and the team at Siouxland Ethanol, $4,000. Thank you, Mark and Siouxland Ethanol. Greg and Terry Grubb. Greg Grubb, a former bank executive in our community, in honor of his friend Darlene Erickson. Where you at, Darlene? Sitting over there at the table. Greg and Terry Grubb give $1,000 and say thank you to Darlene for all the work that she does. We have an anonymous donor who has donated the annual breakfast for the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club at the Sioux City Country Club for approaching a decade. And so we say thank you to that anonymous donor, and we also say thank you to the official artist of the Little Yellow Dog, Brenda Shaner Thielen, who for 19 years has painted the puppy. Brenda, thank you so much for all you do. Folks, we've reached the halfway point of our auction, and so we're going to take a moment to also thank Jerry Weiner. Jerry and his family have donated the poinsettias for decades. Where are you at, Jerry? I know you're here somewhere. There he is. To the Weiners, thank you so much for making these poinsettias available. And folks, Jerry set them up himself last night. He went above and beyond the call of duty. Jerry, thank you so much for all that you and your spouse do for the Little Yellow Dog Auction every single year. Also, to our friends at the Sioux City Journal, folks, this thing has been going on for 88 years. Goodfellows has been around even longer. It wouldn't be possible with our dear friends at the Sioux City Journal. Let's put our hands together for the Sioux City Journal. While I have a moment, a bit of a surprise, but from our friends at the Siouxland All-America Band, a check, as if it weren't enough that they come here and they play, they perform, they do an outstanding job, a check from the All-America Concert Band for $250. God bless you guys. Speaking of checks, last year we said Nixon, the beautiful little Bernedoodle that's running around here somewhere. Rick Granko and Lynette Meyer purchased that puppy last year. Their generosity continues into 2024. Join me in thanking Rick and Lynette for a check for $2,500. And while we're at it, another check from Jeff and Leslie Johnson, $500. Thank you so much to the Johnsons. And Mark Stuck, I don't think Mark can be with us today, but Mark of Baird Financial very generously contributed $2,000. And with that, right back to Bruce Brock.
All right, and Chris, I'm going to let you announce who this, what the check is for, but I'm going to make a special introduction for the gentleman that donated that. He was the very first Eli Salem champion at the Morningside Country Club. And the only reason he was I was his partner. But Tommy Lindblom, in memory of Stu Huff, has donated generously. I'll let you read the amount, but really a nice donation. Thank you, Tom.
From Tom Lindblom of Lindblom Services, thanks for all you do in our community, and thank you especially for a check in memory of our dear friend and longtime Little Yellow Dog Auction Club member, Stu Huff, a check for $4,000. Thank you so much, Tom, and back to the auction and the action with Bruce Brock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in just a minute we're going to have our little hat gathering for all of the people that are normally upstairs. So if you want to work your way down, we're going to change it up a little bit this year. We're going to do the Bear's going to take his hat off, and we're going to pass the hat down here as well as up there. But come on down if you could for a minute. If you need to, Bear's young and excited about it, he'll run up there. $10,000 before the break. 10,100. $10,000 there. $100 there. 100. 10,001 here. Now $100 there. $10,000 there. $100. 10,100. Here now give me $1 here. $1 there. $10,000. 10,100. Here now $1 here. $1 here. $1 here. Give me $10,000 here. $1 now. 10,100. Here now $1 here. Now give me $1. Got $1 now. $1 there. $1 down to $10,000. 10,100. Here now $1 there. Not $2. Thank you, kiddo. Thanks, baby. 10,100. Not $2. Here. $200, $100, $200, $10,100, $10,200, in that $100 here, $200, $102, $10,100, $10,200, in that $100, $200 there, now. You're looking pretty serious. 10,001, I was talking to you, honey. 10,002. I thought maybe she was going to bid. 10,002. You know what? $10,200. On that one now $200. And now free. Again, 10,300. And I give them $10,300. 10,304. And 4. 405. 10,400 now 5. And now 500. 500. No yawning, young lady. I'm doing my best to keep everybody awake. You get tired of home like that? Well, it's time to do dishes. Well, there you go. Maybe that's pretty good. 10,405. Now 600. 647. That's 7. I can do 10,700 out of 7. And now 700, 6 in the back. Now $700. Now 10,600. Now 700. 700. Now 700, 10,600. 10,700. By the way, Brenda, you went through all those struggles and we were all praying for you. We're just proud and happy that it worked. All the cancer and all the things. We love you, man. 10,600. 700. And that's 7,700. 10,700. 10,700. I've got faith in there. 2 of the best young bidders I've ever seen. 10,600. 10,700. He's not good looking for his kids. 10,000. 10,009. Now 10,000. 11,000. Thank you very much, babe. 11,100. You know, here now, you want to $100, $10,100 on it. Brownie, how are you? 10,100, 11,100. You know, 100, now 100, hi, Chris. 11,100. I didn't already recognize Brownie with his hat on, but I was now ever going to forget that pretty thing. 11,100. You know, 100, 11,000 here, that one, that there, that one. 11,000's over here with me. 11,100, 11,200. 11,200, now 300, 11,200, 11,300. And now 200, 300, 11,200, 11,200, now 3. That is Terry, I think that was 11,200, 11,300. Now 4. 11,400, 5. Now 600. 11,500, 11,500, 11,500, 600. Is the band all played out, or can we get a couple more songs? And then maybe everybody came down here. Barrett, we're going to start passing the hat around while the band plays the next few songs. Thank you. We'll hold the bid at 11,500. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for coming. Thanks, girls. Slide on in there. Don't be shy. Thank you, Phil. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Oh, boy, thanks, Lincoln. Is that your little brother? What's his name? All right, Lincoln and Finn, couple of great support helpers. Got a lot of territory to cover here. Thanks, folks. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thanks again for the great donation. You as well. Everybody. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. Oh, there we go. Nice day. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. All right, Steve. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Hey, great seeing you. Merry Christmas. Thanks, folks. Merry Christmas. Well, thanks, girls. Thanks, guys. One great hats. Merry Christmas. Thank you. You're better. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Ronnie. Still don't get any strokes, Ronnie. You don't? Okay. Just one thing, there's a lady who wanted to write a check. One of these gals is going to write a check. Okay. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. God bless you all. Thank you, guys. All right, man. Let's put that. I think Doc has the bag. Oh, I'm falling all over the place.
What a fantastic job by the All-America Concert Band. Thank you so much, and mark your calendars, February 23rd at 3 p.m. at Epley Auditorium, the Voices of America with the All-America Concert Band, and you can find all the information you're looking for about this terrific group of musicians at allamericaband.org. Again, that's allamericaband.org. A couple shout-outs. As we wind into the closing moments of the 2024 Little Yellow Dog auction, to the Goodfellows and the Tail Waggers who do so much, and of course the ancient and effervescent order of the Little Yellow Dog exists to support Goodfellows. The Tail Waggers exist to support Goodfellows and all the work that they do. Join me in thanking our friends at Goodfellows and with the Tail Waggers. You may have heard a number of years ago we made the transition from helping Santa Claus and his elves at the warehouse at the Sioux City Journal, and we transitioned to the Seaboard Triumph Foods Expo Center. So to the board of directors at Seaboard Triumph Foods, to the city of Sioux City, Mayor Bob Scott is with us in the back. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. Not only is he a past purchaser of the dog, but continues to support us. And the partnership with Seaboard Triumph Foods Expo Center. Mayor Scott and Seaboard Triumph Foods, thank you so much. Have a couple more checks that we'd like to recognize. To Rob and Mary Shuey, $200. Thank you so much. To James and Deb Lane in memory of Carla Laurie, $250. Thank you. To Mark Nixa, $1,000. Is Mark with us? Thank you so, there he is. Mark, thank you so much. $1,000. Also in the back, Dave Schmidt, Dave and Lori Schmidt, $1,000. Dave's a past purchaser of the dog. And speaking of past purchasers of the dog, the Shane and Shawnee Kaiser family, and it's not just Shane and Shawnee, the whole gang was with us today. They purchased the dog, I believe, 6 years ago, is that right? 6 years ago, they were the purchaser. That makes them lifetime members of the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club. They have very generously shared with us $5,000. God bless you guys. Thanks so much. And rounding out, before we get back to Mr. Brock, a special announcement. So if Mr. Peterson would begin to work his way over here, a check from State Representative Bob Henderson, right up front here, and his wife Jane generously contributed $400. Representative Henderson, thank you so much. And our friends with Rick Collins Toyota, CMH Real Estate, to Rick and Pam Collins, thank you for your contribution of $500. Every now and again, it's so important to the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club that we say thank you to those who have dedicated and devoted so much time, energy, and expertise to the organization. And today we have two people who very much deserve the Lifetime Achievement Award recognition of this organization. Many of us know Mr. Bob Noller. Bob's a little surprised back there, but Bob, please work your way up here. We want to say thank you to all you have done for the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club as a member of our community, as a citizen of our community, as a leader in the All-American Concert Band. 42 years with the All-American Concert Band. Mr. Bob Noller, work your way up here, sir. Join me in recognizing Bob with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club. Mr. Bob Noller. Bob says, I've loved every minute of it. We've loved every minute of having you. Bob, thank you for all you've done. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Noller. We're 3/4 of the way through the hour, 15 minutes of action to go, and at this time, we're going to recognize someone who's over there working at the head table right this very moment. She has no idea this is coming, but join me in inviting Darlene Erickson to the dais to be recognized with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Darlene Erickson has been the executive in charge of the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club, our bookkeeping, our minutes, our financials for decades. She's also a past purchaser of the Little Yellow Dog. Back in 2017, she contributed generously and purchased Samantha right here at the Ho-Chunk Center. And today, the Little Yellow Dog Auction Club, the board of directors, all come together to say thank you to Darlene Erickson and recognize her with our Lifetime Achievement Award. To Darlene Erickson, who keeps the trains on track and on time, year in and year out. She keeps this group of men and women who support our community in line and focused on the real goal, which is to provide Christmas presents for children. Darlene, from all of us, God bless you, and we love you. With that, it's back to the auction and the action with Bruce Brock.
Thank you, Chris. There's a couple of checks and some more that you can have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 11,500 before the break, and thank you so much for your generosity and your donations on the past hat, and what a wonderful crowd you've been. I was afraid maybe the turnout was going to be a little light. I think the turnout has been fantastic. One of the best ever. 11,600, and that's the turnout, now 7, and now 7, now 8, 11, 3, 11, 2, 11, 3, 11, down here, no 3, now 3, 304, 11, 3, 4, you guys the same way, 11, 3, 4, get me 4, 11, 4, very soon, I've got Austin in the lead, 11, 3, 11, 4, we're not in the back, 11, 400, now 400, 400, 44, now 8, now 5, 11, 4, 11, 5, now 600, 600, 700, 600, 700, now 12,000. $12,000. You're now 12 here, now 1. Here, now another thing. 100, 1 here, 2, 3. 12, 2, 12, 3, now 4. Here, now 400, 4 faith. What do you want to do? 12, 4. Here, now look at, yeah, Grandpa said sure. 12, 4. Now 304. Now 12, 4. Here, now 300, 400. He's not paying attention, Faith. You're on your own. He won't care. 12, 3. 12, 4. Here, now 400, 403, now 12, 3, 4. And now $300, 400, 44, here, now 3, now 4. And now 12, 3, 12, 4. Hey, Mary, run back there. Talk to Faith. I think she's looking for somebody about her age to talk her into it. Go away. 12, 3. 12, 4, Mary, go ask her very nicely. Go, you got it. Well, buddy, I hate to tell you this, but that's one of life's early lessons. Just learn. 12, 3, 12, 4, 12, 5. Now 405. 5. Now, oh, see, that's the other lesson there that you learn. Sometimes they say no, and they only mean maybe. Thanks, babe. 12, 4, 12, 5. Here, 5, now 5. Now 505, 12, 4, 12, 5. Here, 5, 600. And now $600, 600, 12, 7. And now 600, now 7, now 8. Here, now 12, 7, 12,000, now 9. Now 9, now 13,000. Here, 13, now 1. Here, now 1, 32 and 3. Now 33, 4. Now 304. Now 433. Here, now 44, now 4. And now $400. Here, down to $4, 33, 15, 4. And now 400, 433. Here, now 4. And now 400. Now 5. And now 4, 5, 600. And now you're out, Pat. 13, 5, 600. And now $600. Now 7. Now 7, 9, now 13, 9. And here, $14,000. And 14, whoa, now 1. Here, look at that one down, 1 here, 14, 1. And now 2. Here, now 3, and I get the lead, 42, 14, 3. Now 300, 14, 2, 14,300. And now $300. People got it. Now 3, 14, 2, 4, 2. Now 4. Now 300, 4, 3. Now 5. And now 14, 500, 500, 1600, 14, 500, 600. And now 7. And now 14, 7. And now 7. And now 8, now 8, now 14, 7. Now 8, now 9. 14, 9, now $15,000. And 15,000. And 15,000. Now 1. And at 15,000, now, you know what, I think this might be a good time to take a little break, Chris. At 15,000, I can remember that number.
That's a great number. Let's pause for a second. I want to make sure that I recognize a few more generous contributions. And folks, the generosity of this community never ceases to amaze me. To Tim and Laura Schmidt, $250, thank you. And folks, this broadcast today from our friends at Hall Broadcasting and KSCJ is sponsored by the Brock Auction Company, but in addition to their sponsorship, Bruce and Terry Brock have written a check for $500, and the Brock Auction Company has also written a check for $500 to Bruce and his family. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you, Austin and Brian as well.
And with that, we're back to Christopher Brandt, probably for one last time before we have Bruce Brock, World Champion Auctioneer, close out the 2024 Little Yellow Dog Auction. Ladies and gentlemen, the All-American America Concert Band under the direction of Christopher Brad. Thank you so much for everything that you contribute to this festive occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, for decades, these poinsettias have been donated by Jerry and Kathy Weiner. And you are invited at the end of the auction to take one home to share with your family. Not only do they donate the poinsettias and invite all of you to take one home, they have also contributed very generously to this year's auction. To Jerry and Kathy Weiner in the back, a check for $5,000. Thank you so much. God bless you for all you've done this year and for all the years in the past. And with that, with 3 minutes to go, it's back to Bruce Brock.
3 minutes. I can get a lot higher than we are right now if you guys want to try me. You hit 15,000. 15-1. You want to hear better than 1, 1, 2, not 2, not 2, not 3, not 4, 4, 5, 15, 5, 600. And 7, 8, 9, 15, 9, $16,000. You're 16-1. You're $1 there, and $1 here, faith. $1 here, that's about 16,100. And now $100 here, that's $100 there, $16,100. 1, now 2. You're 2, now 3. You're 16,300, 300, 400, now 5, 16. 16, 500, 400, 500, Donnie, you're out here at 16,500. You're running third. 16, 4, 5. 400, now 500, 16, 400, now 16, 5. 85 again. Allison giving the lead at 16, 4, 16, 5. Faith, 16,500. 16,400. 16,500. No, we're over with Austin. I thought 16, 5. 16, 4, 16, 5. 5, now 6. I got Faith in the lead now, 16, 5. 6, and now 7. And now 7, and now 8. And now 16,000. We're all pat, 16, 9. Faith, 16, 8, 16,900. 900, down, 900, 16,900. At $900. Now 17,000. I got Faith in the lead now, 17, 71. Here, I want to hear that. 17,100. Here, $100, 70,000. 71. And now 2, Faith. 72. Now 3. Now 73. Now 3. Now 3. Now 72. Now $300 there. Now 3. Here now $72 there. Now $3. Now $70,300 there. Now 2 and 3. Now $200. 300. 372. With Austin at 17.2. 70,300. Here now out about 300. 300. Now 17,300. $17,300. 300. Whoa, and now 4. 73. 74. Now 5. Now 5. Now 600. That's 75 with Faith. Now $600. 7. Now 7. Now 16. Now 17. 7. 77. Now 70,700. 707. What's 700? 17,700. Kiddo. 17.7. Now 700. Look at your grandpa one more time. 17.7. 17.7. Give it that look like you wanted something really important. Now 8. The 17.8. Now 9. Now we now 9. Now $18,000. 18 here. 18 here. No 1. Here now 1 of them. 18,000. 18,100. Here 18,000. 18,100. Here now 18,100. And that one, going up. Faith, you did a great job. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Thanks for all your help. 18,100. Here you want to hear that. Now it's a 2-horse race. 18-1. Here you want to hear that. 100, 18,100 and $100. $101. Now 2. Now 83. Now $300 and now 300. Here 18,300 and down to 3. And now give them 3. Now 3. Now $300. Now $300. Having a corporate board meeting back there. 18-3. Now 2 and 3. Now 2 there, you're out pat. Now 18-2. Now there you go. Fellas, thank you for your help. 18,200, 18,300 if you're done. The book is coming out. They're going to trick us off TV. 18-3. You're not doing now 3,000, 18,300, and I have 18,300. Ladies and gentlemen, Faith jump back in the ring. I'm down 4. 400, now 5. 4, 5. Now 500 and 5 and 5 here now. There's a 400 and number $18,500, 500. 18,500, 500 and a half. 18,500. Okay, 18,500. And then 400 and 500 on the bottom. Thank you very much. Great grandkids. Thank you again. 18,000 for a pie. 18,500 and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Little Yellow Dog auction is sold. $18,300 right at front top. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. And for 8,000 to 10,000 young people, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I know they want to thank you for making their Christmas possible. To all of you generous donors and everybody else, thank you very much. God bless you.